Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is episode 12 of our Kingdom Hearts 1.5 for the PS4 playthrough. I'm going to try to use
kill this mushroom.
These peaceful mushrooms. These are like the opposite of heartless. They just want to play a game.
He's pantomiming that he's really hot. Better use fire. There you go.
He wants to be electrocuted. These are like Masochist the mushroom.
Oh, that's I'm hot? I thought that was give me food. I was very confused.
It's a little confusing because like there's one for I'm hot and there's also one for like I need rain, which is supposed to be the cure for thunder. Like when the sun appears over his head, that's supposed to imply that he's like walking through like a desert or something and he needs a thunderstorm.
See,
weird.
What I was confused about is that he did the hop from Pokemon Sword and Shield pose where he was like, ah, and I thought that meant give me food.
See, Nick, when you said the hop from Pokemon Sword and Shield, I thought you meant like when they just translate the model upwards without any other animation.
So what is him laying on the ground? Is that gravity?
That's cure. It's supposed to look like he's weak and he can barely stand, I think.
Oh, it looks like he's trying to do a
Gravity is when they're just straight up floating in the air.
Oh.
Yeah, to get
Get me down from here.
To get the mystery goo and the spell arts or the magic arts from them, you have to use the same spell 3 times in a row.
Oh.
So
how do you get the sword arts?
You play a different game.
Download it.
So I'm not gonna spend all my time trying to mess with those white mushrooms.
Tarzan, defense up.
I like that, like, oh yeah, it's him again.
Tarzan may not look like a smart man, but he's really into that micromanaging.
What do they call the dark
Rhapsodies?
Rhapsodies?
I guess.
They call them lose yourselves.
I forget what they're called.
That's Tarzan's mom. Don't hurt her.
Except she's not brown.
She's not? Oh, yeah, she is.
Like,
She's just a dark brown.
reddish.
She's like a little greenish black.
Well, that might just be the captain card.
Clayton.
Not Clayton. Alright,
Jeez,
Tarzan.
Tarzan. Watch your mouth.
So I like how Clayton says no more words after this.
Except...
Is that
No,
the
he just
actual
said a
actor who
word when
plays
he...
Clayton?
Yeah, it's Brian Blessed.
I won't do my own screaming.
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't know if you know this. Brian Blessed also, like, actually did Tarzan's screaming in the movie.
He did?
Yep.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I had no idea. That face.
Like my ride, it's
Or use
invisible.
gravity on him.
Tarzan just got, and pardon my use of the phrase, gear checked.
I don't think that's how the phrase works.
He doesn't have
He got
his silk
vibe
scope.
checked? Is
He
that...
got yeeted.
That's more accurate.
What is a gear check if not a vibe check, but for gamers?
So this is
A gear check is like when you're checking your skill level or whatever. A vibe check is just hitting someone for no reason.
I loved how I named
I
our
don't
YouTube
believe
channel
you.
after slang from World of Warcraft, which I've never played.
So this is the final boss of Tarzan Land, of Deep Jungle.
This boss would have been much better if there was no chameleon. He was just floating around the whole time.
Yeah, I was gonna
I don't know
say,
what he's
I get
trying.
what they're going for there, but it just looks really funny to have Clayton floating there with his legs all spread apart like that.
I
Yeah.
found a Ouija board, Tarzan.
Also, I'm just now somebody call an exorcist. I'm just now noticing that this chameleon has 2 appendages on like opposite sides of its hand. And it's really unsettling me.
Koalas have that. No, koalas are both on the same side.
Koalas are
Meanwhile, I
hereby
machine gun
Jesus.
Clayton.
God, he's already dead. Stop.
I don't have the cure spell yet, so what else am I gonna use magic for? I'm gonna unload on this guy.
Drive-by, I
Sora brought a
suppose.
flamethrower to a gunfight.
So, I don't know why, but this fight used to be really hard for me as a kid. But
Same.
I owned this fight apparently this time.
I don't think I ever had trouble with this fight.
I had to
just
do this
wailed
fight
on him.
3 times, I believe.
You see, I think the trick is you got to get rid of the stealth sneak first, because I think the only like win condition is killing Clayton. But the stealth, if you let the stealth sneak run wild, it'll like snipe you with his projectile attacks.
Yeah.
The stealth snelf.
Oh boy, get
those
ready!
actually do
Get
a lot
ready
of
for a
damage.
Disney death, ladies and gents. No liability here.
Well,
There's no body.
Anyway,
You can still see his like eyes
for a
open.
minute, and then he just
He's disappeared.
disappears.
So is Stealth Sneak kind of like his JoJo stand? Like if it dies, he dies?
Well, I think if the implications that if it falls on him and crushes his
Yeah.
internal organs, he dies.
Yeah, but his body also disappears.
JoJo would be a much better anime that I think everyone could respect a lot more if every villain in it died by having their stand die and then like fall on top of them as they stand there screaming for 10 straight
God.
seconds
Making-
and not moving out of the way.
Making no
All right,
effort
bye, Sora.
to save themselves.
Did you know that in Japanese,
guess we're going
Sora
back to the
means
next
air?
world.
I like to think that Kerchak is like, thanks, now get out of my jungle.
It's such an odd way to like frame that.
Yeah.
Like they blast him off and then he just like he's like 15 feet in the air.
Yeah, but you don't have high jump yet, so you couldn't get up there without him.
But that's not the last time we'll see a little cartoon character flying off into the stratosphere. and
Yeah,
then
later
land
on,
safely.
Raketodon shows up.
Yeah.
Raketodon?
Yeah, Raketodon.
I don't
yeah, I had
think
to
our
do my little
audience will
happy dance
understand if
there.
we use the weeb names.
All right, here, let me say their names then. Kojiro and Musashi will show up
Oh, yeah.
with Nyasu.
We've been watching a lot of Japanese
yeah.
Pokemon lately. Sue us.
So, yeah, update
They've
on
been watching
the...
a lot of Japanese Pokemon.
Hey, you could be, Dan.
But you choose
You haven't tuned
not
into
to.
any of them.
Yeah, because I'm not a weeb.
Oh. So, update on the Pokemon movie marathon. What was the last one we watched? I forget.
Y'all watched one while I was playing D&D on Tuesday, right?
We watched the Keldeo and Q-Rem movie.
Oh, yeah. The shortest movie yet. It was only an hour long.
And it was almost good.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it, but like, you know, there's I enjoyed it and I thought that was a good movie.
So
Well, yeah. That's the category I'm in.
I have almost no memory of this location.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I always thought this was a really, like, neat location aesthetically, but it's just, like, they do literally nothing with it.
This
It's
is what
just,
the-
like, a hallway to get to the end.
This is what the Seidel screen was preparing you for.
Yeah, why couldn't we jump around a place like this instead of those stupid copy-pasted vines?
Well, they bring back an area that looks a lot like this in, like, the final, or is that in the next game? I don't remember. I very distinctly remember an area like this, but, like, in Technicolor. And there's,
I
like,
know
Heartless
that
bobbing
the
around.
final world kind of looks like this, but like you said, yeah, it's just like weird multicolors. Looks like it's made of space dust. Not that we're not already made of space dust, because, you know, stars have to, like, explode for us to exist.
It's true.
What are you talking about?
Food for thought.
Anyhow,
yeah.
Are you saying God made us with space dust?
Yes.
he made us from gold dust, the wrestler.
Also, Tarzan's walk there. We just gotta...
How did you guys get here?
Kerchak throw.
Your home?
Or maybe
That means
Jane hopped on Turk's back, and Turk climbed up like Tarzan.
Turk is stronger than she looks.
So this is one of my favorite locations in all the Kingdom Hearts games, is the Forest Heart.
The friends in our hearts room.
Yeah. Well, it's just like it's a gorgeous location.
Sorry, the
Like-
room.
means hot. Friends
And like, I don't know, you get a really cool Keyblade out of this,
Oh yeah, the jungle.
and it's to me it's one of the coolest looking Keyblades, and it's the first one you get.
Thank you for reminding me to equip that on my side playthrough.
You're welcome, dude. That extra couple points of strength actually helps out. That's one thing I'll say about the early game in this game is like every stat point counts.
And it looks like it's made out of the bones of Tarzan's foes.
Sorry about
Yes.
what I said.
No
It's made
heart,
out of
no friends.
it's made out of sabor.
It's made of the
And
bones of that
remember-
stupid jaguar.
No sleep till Brooklyn.
Oh, I love this. That's so pretty.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a PS2 game.
Hey, man. PS2 could do some good graphics.
Yeah.
Use its resources well.
So, are we as a channel to the point now where we have gotten so sidetracked that I can make a reference to the movie Surf's Up, starring the guy who played Napoleon Dynamite and
John
Even Steven?
Heder?
Yeah, John Heder. I was gonna say Jared Head, but that's not correct. Yeah, John Heder and Even Steven. I mean, Shia LaBeouf.
Sure, but first let's talk about this interesting little scene
That is.
That's the only reason.
where a gorilla comes on to Donald.
It's the only reason that Donald's not interested in PG-13.
I mean,
is
He's just an animal, man.
Because-
it's fine. What would you even call that? I'm not even gonna go into that. Here's some more villains.
Just what we needed.
Yeah, more villains in a very, very dark room.
You don't think about that. Think about Maleficent.
Yeah.
Oh no, Maleficent said lust. Abort,
Now,
abort.
if we had a better picture, we'd be looking at a silhouette of Mr. Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, hi, Jafar.
How come he can get caught in the light, but Oogie Boogie can't? And Oogie Boogie is like completely white and cream colored.
Well, because Oogie Boogie is standing further back because he's a Halloween villain.
Did you say Oogie Boogie is completely white and crinkly? As if his crinkliness affects his visibility in darkness.
Well, yeah, there's
The
more places for
clearer
light
you are,
to
the more
escape.
we can see you.
Wait.
His crinkles trap the light
Yeah.
inside.
Yes,
I
yeah.
mean,
That's science, kids.
technically is kind of science.
Speaking of wind,
Oh no, not Alice.
But for like a femtosecond.
So yeah, we saved the day. Tarzan's gonna give us a bone saw, and then we're gonna move along.
The bone saw.
Yeah, I don't know if I equip it immediately. But the reason I came to this world to go back to, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to Olympus Coliseum. Is because I didn't have the cure spell, and there's two fights that's kind of crucial on. Yeah. Because like the combat takes a huge swing in your favor once you get the cure spell.
Thank God this episode is almost over because a very concerning sound just happened in my apartment.
Oh, did something explode?
It sounded
heard,
like yeah. Tarzan's over there
Crash.
swearing up a storm. You know those Christmas popcorn tins?
Oh yeah.
You know the noise they make when you take a dent out of them? They go like
Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard that in the room that my 3D printer is in, so
Oh,
I'm worried.
yeah.
And next time, I'll let y'all know if I still have a house.
Yeah, go make sure that printer is not on fire.
Well, see you around.
Hashtag
Bye.
pray for Nick.